You never saw me coming. Don't feel so bad. Nobody ever sees me. I'm in everyone's blind spot.
Yo, what's going on, people? And today we're going to be taking a look at how to play Vigil. He's one of the new South Korean operators. Today we're going to be looking at his loadout, his gadget, and then lastly what's the best tactics to use and how to play with him. So Vigil is a 3-speed, sorry, I always get that mixed up. He's a 3-speed 1 armor operator, and a lot of people actually think that this makes him a good roamer, but he's actually an even more effective anchor, but I'll get into that later into the video. So for his loadout, he has the K1A submachine gun, but it's actually kind of like an assault rifle SMG hybrid, so I would put this next to Jaeger's M416 in terms of damage and handling. The recoil is extremely low, so this gun is pretty manageable. For his second primary, he has the BOSG 12.2 shotgun. This is a double barrel shotgun with slug rounds, the first shotgun in the game that actually has slug rounds. This gun is high risk, high reward, or as I like to say, if you miss, you die. Yeah, so that's pretty accurate. If you miss, you die. Your damage is extremely high. 1 to 2 shots to kill someone. The first shot might down them, the second shot will kill them. Or sometimes you can just, if you're close enough, you hit me with 1 shot, you will kill them. The reload is extremely slow. That also contributes to if you miss, you die. So yeah, that's about the gist of the shotgun. For his secondaries, he has the CZ75 Auto. It's basically a full auto pistol, and you can only put a suppressor on it as the only attachment. You can't put on any sights either. Yeah, I wouldn't really recommend using this one. The other is actually the SMG-12. This outshines the CZ75 by miles. Think of this like the SMG-11 that the SAS operators use, but except it's on steroids. More ammo, higher damage, and the recoil is better, and you can actually put grips on it, so the recoil, can be reduced even more. In my opinion, this needs to be nerfed, but yeah, this is the better secondary to use, so I would highly suggest putting this one on instead of the full auto pistol. So next up, we're going to take a look at his gadget. This is called the ERC7. This is what renders him invisible to drones and cameras. So this works like Kavera's silent step. You press it and it slowly drains down, and then it has a cooldown time, and then it recharges. You can use it again, and it doesn't run out. You can basically just use this on and off until the match is over. So when you turn it on, this is going to last for 30 seconds, and then when it runs out, the recharge time is 12 seconds. So yeah, you can use this pretty often. So when you actually have his gadget turned on, you're going to see these white lines on your HUD at the top or the bottom. They're going to be moving around. You can actually use this to tell when drones are close to you. The higher the white lines go, the closer a drone is to you, and the range for this is, I think, 6 to 12 meters. So these white lines are going to get extremely high when a drone is within 6 meters, and when it's just on, they're going to be extremely low. And when a drone is white, this means that you're actually invisible to it. The lights on drones are normally red, so when it turns white, you'll get the little points at the side that you know that they can't see you. Now, in terms of counters, he does have a couple of them. He's not invisible to everyone. IQ can see his gadget if it's turned on. You can see his backpack running around, kind of like Pulse's heartbeat sensor. If you manage to pinpoint him in a room while you're on Twitch's drone and you shock him, this will actually disable his gadget, so he won't be able to use it for a few seconds, and then he can go invisible again. But that is going to be pretty hard to do, but if you manage to pinpoint where he is, just zap him and this will make him appear. Thatcher's EMP grenade is also a given. This will disable his gadget even longer than zapping him with the Twitch drone. And also Jackal. He can turn invisible, but he still will leave footprints, so Jackal is still able to track him wherever he goes. And for Dokkaebi, if you didn't know, she can hack into everyone's cameras and also make the defenders' cameras usable by the attackers. If you're Vigil and you turn on your cloaking device while the camera is on, the attackers can't see you. They can hear you running around, but they can't see you, and you'll also know this because the camera changes color when an attacker is on it. If it's red, then the defenders use it. I think when it changes to white or blue, I can't remember. It's a different color when attacker is using it, so if you see a camera flashing a different color other than red, go invisible one time because an attacker is on it. So that's his loadout, and those are the runarounds of his gadget. Now, what is the best way to actually play Vigil? Now, here's the first thing I want to say. Do not be this guy. I've seen so many people play Vigil like this. As soon as the round start, they just turn on their gadget and they run to the furthest side of the map so the drones can't spot them. Please don't do this for two reasons. One, you're disadvantaging your team when you're not using your reinforcements. Like, that's just leaving a big space attackers can come through. And two, we the attackers know it's Vigil. We know it's you. We get the white lines on our drones. We can't spot you, but we know who you are. So you running away is pointless. So just stay reinforced, set up, and then when the round starts, then you can go roaming. For the love of God, please, just don't do this. So now that you know not what to do, here's how to actually play Vigil. Your job is actually to waste time and to confuse the attackers. Because you can go invisible, everyone uses their drones as means of intel. If they can't see you, then that's intel that they're not getting, and you are actually most efficient coming on to the end of the round. So when the round starts, you can either actually choose to be a roamer or an anchor. Like I said, he's actually good at both because of his loadout. His guns are strong enough to actually do both, despite his armor being one of the lowest level. So when the round starts, just go invisible and go somewhere else. So just roam close to the room, but don't go too far, like all the way on the other side of the map. You aren't Caveira, so if you down someone, you can't help the entire team. So roam close to the room, but go invisible so they can't see you on their drones. And here's why I say your job is to confuse them. When he turns on his gadget, it kind of works in a bubble. So if Vigil is on the middle floor, attackers on their drones, they don't know which floor you're on, because this thing can actually go through floors. So he might be above you, he might be on the same floor as you, or he might be on the floor on the lowest level. You don't know. So what they do is waste time looking for you, and they don't know where you are. So yeah, stay hidden, keep moving around, keep throwing them off. And when the round is about to end, like let's say there's a minute left, majority of people, this is what they do. They say, okay, time is running out. Drone the room so we know where everyone is, because we need to get in there right now. So go into the room, just stay in a corner and stay invisible with your gadget on, because they're gonna know you're somewhere, but they just don't know your exact location. And when they run in, then you get the drop on them. Just don't move around too much because they can still hear you, but just sit still with your gadget on, stay hidden. And then when they push into a room, this is where you attack. And more often than not, it tends to work out in your favor. So this is why I say he's pretty useful at doing both roaming and being an anchor. So you can choose what you want to do. You want to be an anchor, just in the room the entire time. Or you can go roaming to throw them off. And then when the round is coming to an end, make your way back into the room and just turn on your gadget and wait. So that is your job as Vigil. Some people might disagree, but Vigil is best for solo queuing, in my opinion. Like, his ability doesn't help the team, it helps himself. So if you're not playing with friends or you're just killing time till they come on, I'd say play with Vigil, because he doesn't have like traps, or he isn't mute, he doesn't block drones from, he essentially he doesn't help the team, but he kind of helps himself. So yeah, best at solo queuing and also at secure the area. This is where people need to roam the room all the time. And yeah, I think once you get the gist of that, that is how to play Vigil. If you enjoyed the video, you can leave a like or share it around. It actually helps the channel grow. And comment down below what your thoughts on Vigil. If you played with him so far, are you liking him? Or do you think he's pretty annoying because you have to search for him all the time? And subscribe for more Rainbow Six Siege content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.